Okay, what's up auto buyers? It's AG Puyat here with another car review. Now, the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, once said, if you don't cannibalize yourself, somebody else will. Now, Toyota seems to have heeded those words because the vehicle we have here slots below the Fortuner and the Innova, but above the slightly smaller Avanza. So what is this thing called the Toyota Rush? Well, let's find out. This is a Toyota Rush 1.5G by the numbers. Okay, so we're finally inside the Toyota Rush, a very highly anticipated vehicle for 2018. Now, first impressions, when you look at the car from the outside, it looks like a baby Fortuner. It's got the pointy headlights, it has the prominent grille, and you do hear a lot of people saying that it does bear a resemblance to the bigger SUV. Now, the styling of the Rush is adventurous and it's targeted for a young audience. It looks new and it looks like a high wagon when you first approach it, from the outside. As far as dimensions go, the Toyota Rush is only a few millimeters higher and wider than the smaller Avanza. But what sets it apart is the 295 millimeters in length. So it's longer than the Avanza, and that allows it to accommodate 7 passengers. As I was saying, the Rush looks like a high wagon. Toyota says it has about 8 inches of ground clearance, and that gives it about a ½ inch higher than the 4x2 version of the Fortuner. So from the box, you got lots of ground clearance to help you ford floods, or like we were doing a while ago, do some mild off-roading. Okay, inside the Toyota Rush, you can see that the dashboard design is very modern. It's clean. Although they use a lot of plastics, you can feel it here and on the door panels. It's very acceptable for this price point. At least the panels, they feel sturdy. They don't feel like they're gonna fall apart. And then the controls are very easy to see, easy to access. Now, Toyota is keen to market this vehicle as a 7-seater. I was spending some time in the third row a while ago, and to be honest, it's really space for kids. I mean, adults will feel very cramped, and it's really not a place you want to be in for long trips. But it's a very family or barkada friendly vehicle in the sense that you've got 12-volt sockets on all rows, and then Toyota also says that there are 13 drink holders. So if you go on a long drive and you're sipping on your Slurpee, you got those places to put your drinks on. Another plus with the interior design is the very versatile loading capacity that the Toyota Rush has. You can fully fold the third row, and if you're loading long items, you can also split the second row, which will allow you more volume to place your gear in. Okay, now so let's go to the powertrain that we have inside the Toyota Rush. Now, Toyota equips this vehicle with a 1.5 liter gas engine, and it makes about 100 horsepower and about 134 Newton meters of torque. On paper, this might sound a bit lacking, but when you're actually driving it on the city and there's maybe only 2 of you inside the car, it's actually okay. It's when you start packing the car or when you're loading a lot of cargo that you begin to notice that the engine is struggling, and it gets noisier, but you're not getting any faster, or not much, that is. So the Toyota Rush comes with a 4-speed automatic. In this day and age where cars usually come with 6-speed automatic transmissions, the one that we have here somewhat feels dated. When you're on the highway and you're approaching, triple digit speeds, you begin to look for that higher gear so the engine isn't straining too much. And sadly, the 4-speed somewhat feels old in this application. Okay, so the Toyota Rush, since it's built on a body-on-frame construction, will ride a little rougher compared to the usual crossovers that have a monocoque chassis. But having said that, the ride is not bone jarring. Yes, it's on the tough side, but I would think your pickups will still ride a little rougher than this vehicle. So for everyday use, don't worry. I mean, it's comfortable enough that you won't really have a backache, but it can take on the rough stuff if you need to occasionally. Now, one plus with the Toyota Rush is that it's got a body-on-frame construction. So what that means is it can take on more abuse compared to a monocoque design, like most crossovers are. And it's also rear-wheel drive, so you can treat this car a little more hardcore than you would normal crossovers. And also, one handy thing is that it's got a short turning radius. Toyota rates it at about 5.2 meters turning radius wise, and compare that with the Fortuner, which has about 11 meters, then this vehicle is easier to maneuver inside the city. With the short turning radius and the high riding position that the Toyota Rush affords, it becomes a vehicle that's easy to drive. You can get in and out and easily get used to how the car behaves. For an entry-level SUV, the Toyota Rush comes decently equipped. It comes standard with 17-inch wheels, it's got LED headlights, it has fog lamps, it has vehicle stability control, and also hill start assist so you don't roll backwards when you're in an incline. And it has 6 airbags, which is remarkable in this class. And I believe these features are really what will appeal to the first-time car buyers or the market of this vehicle. Okay, auto buyers, now it's time for our pro tip. Now, Toyota offers some TRD upgrades for the Rush. It has some exterior accenting for the bumper, some chrome bits, and also some upgrades for the interior. But what they don't have as of this review are bigger wheels. Fortunately, the aftermarket is ready, and Concept One Wheels, one of the more popular brands when it comes to aftermarket wheels, has a variety of 18-inch designs for the Toyota Rush. They range from about 26,000 to 32,000 without tires, and you can check out their website conceptonewheels.com to see the various designs. Okay, so we have the Toyota Rush, the newest entrant in the compact SUV segment locally. For the price, it offers loads of space, good utility, and decent features, which make it a compelling case for first-time car buyers or small families. We just wish Toyota put in a torquier engine in a more updated automatic transmission. So, that's all the time we have for this episode. Do catch us on our social media accounts on Facebook, and Instagram, and also on YouTube. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.